welcome back to Ferro Iron and Customs. I'm Michael, and today we're going to get into doing something with this deck lid. I've just been sitting here brainstorming. I've had several ideas about the way to do this. If you watched the video yesterday, we pretty much decided that even if I did buy a new aftermarket W, it would not work. I am still not 100% set on exactly how I want to do this. There's a couple of ways. I have a couple of ideas. The first idea, and this is actually not the first idea I had, it's the idea that I was working on this morning, was I have the hood that came off of the car. I cut the front section out of, and it would almost be great to have the other end of the hood. You know, because this isn't 100% shaped right to fit, but I'm thinking about taking and cutting it somewhere about that far up, and then just start working with it and seeing if I can get it lined up. It won't be perfect. It will look nothing like an actual W Decklid, but you know, it's fine. We're not like I said, we're not trying to build a we're not trying to, you know, sell this as something that it's not. This is a hot rod, a custom. So the other idea would be to use all new sheet metal and build take the round rod and step a W in it. Now the actual W is the shape of where it comes in over. It kind of rounds down like it's got a reverse curve to the W as it rolls up to the center of the car. So I don't know how we're going to do this. I think we're going to get the first thing I want to do is get some round rod, and I'm going to weld some support bracing under the existing deck lid. I'm going to put a couple pieces of round rod from here to here, and then run back to the front support. That's going to stay. I'm thinking that welding lead is in the way. That's about, oh, sorry about that. So I'm thinking about cutting it just underneath the grill and saving this. It is a little bit whoop-de-doo right there, so I might have to do a little body work before we get too busy on it. Anyway, we're about to get after it. Dang it, guys. Cannot weld this sucker for anything this morning. Stay. I still don't think it took. I'm just putting bends in it so that it will, oh man, I'm putting bends in it so it'll clear the opening of the boot lid, and hopefully we'll be able to close the boot lid. Alright guys, I ended up welding a frame here, here, to the front, and then I put an X in it. I welded it all together. It is really sturdy right this minute. So the first step I'm going to do with the grinder is I am going to cut it out about, I'm going to cut it across, right across here, and then I'm going to cut it an inch or so. Got it hot there. An inch or so up all the way around and get this middle section out of the way. Okay, got that knocked out. It ain't pretty, but we're gonna end up cutting and butting. Wow. No. I expect we're gonna have to cut way down because of the way this is shaped, but that's kind of semi-expected. So, all right. Oh, had a weld break loose right there. That ain't good. We need to tack that back. As y'all can see, it went totally flimsy just as soon as we cut that center section out. I figured it would, but you know, it is what it is. That's the reason why I went ahead and used up as much of this 1/4 inch rod as what I did. It means I won't be able to get the bottom of the car shaped out this weekend because I don't have but another 10-foot piece plus this 4-foot laying on the floor. So we will be able to use this over whenever we get this this made. Some of it we'll be able to use over. So we'll go as far as we can and go from there. Alright guys, I've done a little more brainstorming. I want to get this to fit somewhere around there. That's about 2 inches up from where we had the point. That'll should give us plenty of ground clearance in the back. It's definitely not wide enough. None of the lines line up. There's no way these lines would line up unless we put it way down here and then carried the lines with the hood. So what I'm going to do, and I think this, I don't think this is going to be a mistake. We do have to do a little bit of work and rebuild the bottom end because it's rusted out. So, I mean, no worries there. We can actually even add a little more of a point down at the bottom when we get that far. You know, this car is built out of some cars that were in fairly foul shape, so you know, it's no real loss. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the bottom of the W out. This is going to add more welding, but it's going to add more welding one way or the other. So later. Like I said, we're going to we can probably just about trim. Dang, I ought to really try to make that. Alright guys, I cut this piece apart and kind of reshaped it. Just lapped it over, did a cutting butt. We're going to have to reshape the bottom of this because it's hitting the bottom of the apron and it's not closing. So what I'm doing right now is I've kind of already marked it for the cutting butt. So what my goal is, I'm going to go ahead and cut where I got marked. And this is going to be the scary part because there's going to be nothing left holding this together in the back except for these welds. So anyway, let's get after it. We are not 100% perfect, but that is okay. I'm going to actually grab my grinding wheel and we're going to try to get that close. Alright guys, it says I'm about to lose my battery, so I need to run in and grab the cable. I've been working on the fit for quite some time, trying to get it as close as possible so that when we start welding it, we can put our our tack right down on the line and try not to blow through this sheet metal. It's very thin. It's probably 22 or 24 gauge, maybe 20, but I don't think so. It's really thin stuff. It's not like welding 18. So, alright, I'm going to get this side started. And if you're pulling that trigger and holding it on this, you've already gone too much, because that right there is just blasting through. Just that little tack right there. Alright, so I got 3 good tacks on this side. Oh, and I think I just broke it back loose. I may have to cut it back loose and work on the fit just a little more. This side is actually, the fit is really good on this side. The only thing is the crown is slightly different on that panel right there than it is on the trunk lid. And you can see through here where I'm going to have to reshape some of this and replace some of the metal at the bottom. So, just trying to get our... I think I gotta... Yep. There we go. Trying to get it tacked not burn myself. Okay, like I said, it doesn't take much. Just all that, and it just blew through just then. So let me go get the charger cable and we're gonna get back at it. All right, guys, so now we need to think about how we're gonna move forward on this. Weirdly, the other side, this side turned out a whole lot better than the driver's side did. But I'm thinking that it's just going to be metal finishing once we get everything done. Like I said, there's no way, unless we put this thing way down here, to even get this to pretend to start lining up with the body line. And that's the idea, is that the body line, the W, lines up with the body line that runs over the roof of the car. So what I want to do, I would love for it to be about where a W is supposed to be, up here. So I have a couple ideas about how to make that work, and honestly, all we can do is go for it and try to make it work out. So it's gonna, like I said, it's just gonna require a lot of welding. All right, we're going for it. Guys, this is going to be an almost near pain in the butt cut to get right because I already cut it off. We need to take a little more off of right here. I should have took less. I knew I should have took less when I took what I took off, but it is kind of what it is. It just needs to be shaved off right through there. King. Guys, I got this thing turned down on just about as low as it'll go, and I got the wire speed turned up trying to keep the welds cool. It's gotten better, but it's still, just like I said, this metal is very, very thin, and you can see it just blows right through. What I've been trying to do is go ahead and grind the paint before, I try to grind the paint before I weld it. I mean, grind the paint before I cut it. That way I don't, you know, get too much, don't grind too much on the edge. So that's what's going on right now. I'm probably going to take a break for just a few minutes, and then we're going to get back in. I think we need to figure out how the W is going to come in. I'll show you what my plan is when I get back. But there is a ridge, the ridge that runs up into the body line of the car. We've got to figure that W into that ridge, and it's going to probably end up coming through here somewhere. So at some point this is going to stop. Like I said, I'm not 100% certain exactly how that's going to go through there yet. So that's why I'm kind of getting it laid out, tacked together. I took and run a string. I found the center of the car is right this. There's 50 louvers. That's 25 this way and 25. That's the center of the car. As close to center as we can get it after I've butchered it to the where it's at. I found the center of the hood and line it up to the center of the hood latch down here. And that's probably as close as I'm going to be able to get it. As long as we don't put too much heat distortion in it, we're probably going to be okay. But I have all eyes that there will be very well likely be a skim coat of fill all over this before we're done with it. And you know, it is what it is. Okay guys, look at that. I fought with this thing for a while. About to lose the camera. And I think that's probably where I'm going to stop for today. Tell y'all what I tried to do. I took the part of the hood that had the ridge in it and tried to shrink the outside of it and stretch the inside of it to get it to fit. And it's just not enough metal there. So what I ended up doing, and it took a little while to brainstorm, is what I ended up doing was I ended up bending a couple pieces of threaded rod. Tomorrow when I come in, I'm going to fill in these two places and make the last section. I may have to go over it a little bit more because I still think that side is higher. As a matter of fact, I can look at it and I believe I can tell that it's higher. So, which y'all see. I think the driver's side is still higher. It needs to roll down some more. So, we're going to do that tomorrow. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be it for today. That was definitely some old school Voltrod cut weld drive stuff. Taking parts from the car to make parts for the car. Or build a Voltrod out of nothing but Volkswagen parts. Actually, I kind of dig it. I think that maybe if I'd have had the right stepping dies, that I probably could have done this with a set of stepping dies and a round over to make the curve at the bottom, the English wheel, maybe the shrinker. You know, you can make all this stuff, but I had the hood, so why not cut it up and use it for something else. I'm going to save the section I had. I know maybe y'all saw earlier in the video that I had a section on there that I had done some of my early airbrush mucking around with, so I'm probably going to cut that out and save it. But we're going to utilize as much as that. I've actually got another. This car is black and white and red, and the white car, the roof is still up here, so I'll probably end up pulling it down to make some of these parts with, just to keep it the same gauge metal, so that level up, yeah, see, that ain't holding, so that spring, we don't want to put 18 gauge in there and make it heavier than what that spring can handle. So anyway, come on back tomorrow and we'll get her done do some more.